Mike in Birmingham on the subject of the unemployed. Let's hear what Mike has to say. Mike, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi, George. How are you? All right?
I'm very good. Thanks for calling.
Just a couple of points in regard to youth unemployment and unemployment in general, really. I work in the service industry. I'm actually an employer. It's not my business. I'm an employee as well. And I spend quite a lot of time in job centres interviewing people for prospective positions. Now, my personal opinion on this, and I've been doing this job and interviewing for probably about 6 to 7 years now, is that for every million unemployed, and I might be making a blanket statement, but I do think it's valid, you've got a certain percentage who just don't want to work. That's a natural thing that's going on. You've got people who just do not want to work, and they're quite happy to sit at home, sponge off the state, and live a mediocre life, which their decision. And if you say 20 to 30%, in my view, would be a conservative estimate on that. Now,
so 30% of the 2.5 million unemployed, yeah?
Very possibly.
So
very possibly.
You're
maybe
saying,
a little bit more.
Oh, a little bit more. So between 750,000 and 1 million people who are unemployed in Britain today don't actually want to work. That's your argument, is it, Mike?
No, that's a roundabout figure. That's part of my argument.
Well, you said it. You said it's a conservative estimate.
Yeah, it's a conservative estimate. I haven't got figures in front of me. But
I do. I just worked them. No, I just worked them out. You see, your conservative estimate is 750,000 people. If it's more than that, and you went on to name a higher percentage, then that would be 1 million people. So I'm asking you: are you really saying that 1 million people in Britain do not want to work and are content to live on the poverty benefits that the state pays them when they're not working? That's your case, is it?
That's part of my case, George.
And it's based on... It's based on what?
If you let me continue, and I've said this when I started,
it's based on what?
It's based on my experience.
Well, I'm asking you now.
Employer.
Give me... Oh, you're an employer now?
But I said that in the very beginning, George.
I thought you said you were an employee. I beg your pardon.
I am an employee of a company, and I am targeted to be an employer of employees. I'm a middle manager. No,
you've confused me now. First of all, you're an employee. Okay. First of all, you're an employee, and now you're an employer. Which are you?
Let me rephrase it. I'm an employee of a national company.
Right.
Now, as part of my role within that company, I employ people.
Yeah, so you're not an employer. You're an employee that hires other employees.
Which I said at the very beginning.
Okay, well, I just wanted to clear that up.
No, that's perfectly fine.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Right, now there is
where are you doing this? Where are you doing this? In the job centres in Birmingham?
In the job centres, on our client premises, and such as like.
Okay, and I just want to narrow this down, because I want to establish from my own contacts in Birmingham whether what you're telling us is an accurate picture.
Okay, well, again, it is an opinion based on my own experiences, but yeah, go ahead.
No, go on. I've established that. You go on.
Now, there is a certain percentage of people who are what I would call unemployable. Although they might be willing, they are not actually employable in many roles or positions due to their, let's say, capabilities. Now, that percentage, I'm not going to put a percentage out there, maybe, because you'll nail me down on that once again, but there is a percentage. Now, that leaves a relatively small pool of people. Now, my industry that I work in, we dip into a pool of unskilled labour. Now, there's no specific qualifications they have to have apart from a licence. Now, in all the time I've been interviewing, I have sat in a job centre for more than 7 or 8 hours in front of people, and I can guarantee you, I can tell you for a fact from my own experience, that 4 hours that is totally wasted by people who aren't particularly interested in getting a position.
What is your business?
It's security.
Security?
Yeah, security, in the service industry.
Right, so a percentage of people are unemployable as security staff, and 30 to 40%, your figures, conservative.
Did I say 40%? I don't think I mentioned the figure 40%.
You said
I said 30 as a conservative estimate. I never mentioned 40.
You did when you play it back. You did, but
did I? Oh, I do apologise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 30, 40. Let's not fall out over 10%.
Indeed.
So we've got 30 or 40 who are not willing to work as security. Is that at the minimum wage, by the way, you pay?
Oh, no. On very, very few occasions, our pay rates are dictated directly by our clients. And very, very few. I mean, as a percentage of people I employ on minimum wage, I would say it's less than 5%.
Right.
Most are actually in quite a comfortable position where the industry pay rates are concerned.
Right. And you're finding that too many people don't want to work in security when you're interviewing them. Is that your point?
No, absolutely.
Okay, that's fine. It took a long time to get to that, but we got there. Let's take a break.